Hello, everyone, and you are welcome to the Watson All podcast with me, Michelle Ajuku. And thank you so much for always coming back to listen and learn. Today, there's one topic that is a situation we kind of experience in this modern world of ours. It's like a norm now. People do it without regrets. They do it and some are even bold to say, this is what I'm into. And I'm talking about what we call situationship. And I'm sure that you watching me has probably heard the word and maybe wondering what that is. And of course, today I'm actually going to have this discussion with a young man that knows what it is to be in a situationship. Though very soon you'll be getting married, but yeah, we'll get into that. But he has a very good experience when it comes to situationship. And so my colleague, my friend, my G, Crispy
Uh,
K.
Charlie, before we begin anything, I need to issue a disclaimer. Charlie, it's 10 p.m. It not like what? 10:30 something. You see my I don't think anything. I'm very cool. I'm very calm. I might say a few things that you think because hey, Charlie, if you watch this guy, I maybe take something. I'm very fine. Michelle knows me very. Or Maya, how do I describe you here?
Michelle. But it's fine if you call me Maya, but I wouldn't want you to, confuse our audiences because yeah. So
That's okay. That's okay.
Michelle is fine.
I can cover with that. Mesh.
I know a couple of people who have been in that situationship.
yeah.
So they seem to have a sexual relationship and it's not formal, it's not registered.
Exactly. There's no what are we kind of thing. Yeah.
And I think for some people it's the best if you do not want to get yourself into any form of commitment. That is like your go-to thing to do.
Yeah. Mostly people gravitate towards the sexual bit of entanglement, but there's different
There's more
kinds.
to it.
I mean, that would be like the physical. There's an emotional side. There's a psychological side of it. Sometimes you can bond with people over your past traumas.
Yes.
Things that you've been through. When you hear people say she has daddy issues and is this, is that, is that, it's because of something she identifies or he or she identifies with from their past. They meet something, a semblance of it in the current state, and they feel like, okay, this is what I experienced and I translated it as love. If I'm seeing that now, I want it. The whole world might think there's something wrong with the relationship, but both of you know you're good. It might move from that good point to a toxic point. And that is where we can now discuss entanglement because now the lines have been blurred. You don't really know if you have your personal space, there are boundaries, everything is just all over the place.
Yeah.
You don't even know what's happening. But you also cannot leave because whatever you are enjoying or whatever you're in is giving you so much in your present state. You think people find some of these things when maybe they are about going into depression or they are experiencing a mental breakdown or anything. Some people can be, their life is so good, their life is so fine, everything is going on with them, work is fine, church is fine, school is fine, and they will still find themselves in an entanglement, right? But what's the end goal? People are in relationships that they know they do not want to be in. They are benefiting, they are enjoying, they are getting everything they want to get. But how about the other partner? You'll always be the bad guy in somebody's story. It will happen.
But I think oftentimes in this situationship, usually the partners are aware that this is it. But it always gets to a point where someone's intention or thoughts begin to change.
I've had this opinion about girl and guy friendships. Charlie, chicken and egg, hen, what do you call it? Hawks cannot be friends, right? One point in time, I go like eat you. And it's not a thing for just guys.
No, are you telling me every male friend and female friend at one point in time want to eat?
One person, either the female friend or the male friend.
Then I'm yet to have a male friend actually tell me I won't eat you.
Have you ever had any friend, male friend, that at the point you wanted to get something to do?
No.
Never. No male friend. Wow. then for yours it will
I
be the
haven't, I
guy on the
haven't,
other
I
side. It will
haven't,
be
I
the
haven't
guys.
gotten
It
there.
will be the guys.
I
But
haven't
you,
gotten
Ankasa, if you
there.
watch yourself, you know say the guys they come to you. But if you know they make way, so yeah, you cool. It's understandable. You will not do the chasing. They will do the chasing. So it's fine. I mean, but I've had that thought for a long time. You cannot just say that you're being friends with this person over a long time. Maybe at a point you realize that these feelings are growing and you stop it.
No, I'm sure that in situations like that, it depends on how tight, how deep that friendship is. Because if it's the regular, you're my friend, like you and I, you're not some, I mean, we're not the kind of friends that will call every
Or
day
like
and talk every
mere work
day.
acquaintances or stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that one is fine. But if you have a good friend
But I
that
actually have a good friend. And they'll never, and I'm not sure he's ever, the only thing I've ever heard him say is that because we were actually childhood friends, he says he met one lady
okay,
who is in our church and was like, "Hey, how is this your friend
they
Michelle? How
probably
is
thought
she?
you were together.
Do you hear from her? But you two will actually make a good couple." So that was when he was like, "Ah, why is this woman saying that?" So we met and he was like, "Mommy, this is what happened. This is what this person said." And from that, I was thinking, I'm like, "Yeah, marry your friend, marry your friend. If I'm not able to find any wife
Anybody,
anywhere, I'll come back to marry
you might
you."
think it's a joke, bro. Let it get to that point. Have you watched this movie, Players?
No, I
You
haven't.
should watch it. It's I mean, it's a story of I think 4 or 5 people, 2 girls or a girl and then other guys. They work out runs. So they go to a nightclub and they decide, okay, maybe today Maya wants to smash this person. So we are all going to form a story, draw up something, and make sure Maya gets to smash this person at the end of the day. The next day it will be Crispy. The next day is Ken, someone else. That's what they do. Now, the guy and the girl were good friends. They are like best friends out of that entire pack. The guy has always liked the girl. He knows every single thing about this girl from A to Z. But they were all rolling as friends, until they got to the point where they're like, bro, you need to let this girl know. Because they did one of these runs. She found a guy, thought the guy was perfect and everything, but the guy didn't appreciate her for who she was. But this friend of hers, who they've been friends from childhood and done all of these things together, was the one who knew her for who she was and accepted her for who she was. And at the end of the day, they ended up together. When I watched that movie, I'm like, bro, this confirms everything I've been saying. You see, it might start. It will definitely start, but you can shut it off. I'm not saying it will end up there, all the time, but the feelings might start generating and you might cut it short. When you go past that stage, fine, you people can be friends forever. Then that's why people come and say, yeah, we're on the same bed together, nothing
And nothing
happened.
happened.
You've
Yeah.
gone past that stage, but the stage came. As for that one there, one party would definitely have that and cut it. So back to entanglement. You said I've been in for so long. See, truth is one. I think we've all been in such spaces because we are basically using other people for our benefit at that point in time. What we hate to realize as individuals today is that, like we were discussing before we started, not everyone appreciates the outcome of truth.
Yeah.
I mean, truth is a good thing, right? So we are all thinking, if I tell the truth, something good should come out of it. But it's not all the time something good will come out of the truth. Wars can happen from truth.
Yeah.
Battles can start, fights can happen, disagreements, all because someone told the truth. So fundamentally, we need to just accept that if I'm using this person, and like you did, said, at this point in time, I don't want to do this anymore. I need to let the person know I don't want to do it anymore. And we end it.
Yeah.
How many people are willing to do that in today's age? I side with people who roll like that anyways. I'm not a revolutionary. I'm not Nkrumah or Rollins or anyone who is coming to change things and say, Freedom Jacob Caesar, yeah, we are the new force. We are coming. Let's change narrative. Let's send the seed to Kumasi and things like that. No, I'm not going to do things like that.
All right.
For, I told you, I am not under the influence of anything.
We hope so.
Claire, about 10
Oh, but
p.m.
actually, yeah, he's not. But
About 10 p.m.
Crispy's just a very crazy guy. So yeah.
So if I'm not going to change things because everybody doesn't want to commit, the economy no dey last you.
Oh, it does.
You are here thinking about what tomorrow holds for you. Everything is going to happen. Like reality is hitting you left, right, front, back. And I will need the kind of mental balance to be able to get into a relationship. But if I'm willing to be in a certain space with another person who would understand that I can't give you commitment because of all of these things. My work is needing me 247. And I know if I put in my all into this work, I'll probably get a certain promotion, give me more money, give me this, give me all of that. And so I'm going to focus on that. I might not get the time for you. But if it comes to the regular, okay, what do you call? I call you up, we do one or two things, sorry. We do one or two things, Netflix and chill. You're watching a movie, one or two things happen. Yeah, you're cool, you're done. Until we hear from each other again, see you another time. Yapon. It's quite simple and easy, especially in the system we find ourselves. And I feel like a lot of people are recognizing that and choosing to say, yes, we do find people like that in that space. So why not? Let me just get into it and do it. The unfortunate side of it is we are not telling the truth
Yeah.
in doing that. And that is why we find a lot of the problems coming up. Because if we are able to, I was having a conversation with my girl some time back, and I said, so guys have a certain notion that, oh, girls cannot have sex, without
Your
feelings,
emotions.
that kind of thing. I mean, it's 90% of the time,
Are you sure?
ladies cannot just have casual sex like that.
Okay.
Majority of the time, they cannot.
Yeah.
At a point in time,
There
Charlie.
should be some sort of likingness.
Exactly. Generally, for me, that's how I am. But if both of you are deciding to just do what you want to do, and this lady knows I will catch feelings, and they still get to it, and they catch feelings, and they don't tell me, you can't blame me if one day you come up with a certain idea of we are dating. I ask you, are we really dating? You call me the bad guy. Like, what did I do?
I actually, that's just, I mean, I just
Oh, you
remembered
remember
something.
something? Yeah.
So,
History
no, no,
time.
no, 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 no. This is not my
Drop the
experience.
sauce.
This is not my experience. This is from a friend. And I hope she doesn't beat me anyway. So she's with this guy, and she wasn't specific if they ever had any sexual, but I'm assuming that obviously that happened. And they literally do everything together. At a point they were living together,
Okay.
but it wasn't official.
Okay.
And she thought, oh, we're actually doing everything that speaks, relationship.
Yeah.
And you once said you like me. And I mean, we decided to take off as friends.
Yeah.
Now we've gotten to this stage. And then she asked the guy, so what next? What are we doing? And then the guy keeps up giving excuses like, okay, since you cannot tell me where we're heading, then I'm done. Let's break up. The guy asked her, were we dating?
But he's not wrong, really. He's
Then
not.
I'm like, what the?
No, Michelle, come to think about it.
Why
So
do you then make her feel? No, if you tell me, no, it's
I
different.
made you feel?
Yeah, it's different if you tell me that, look, this is what we're doing.
Okay.
Like in my situation.
Yeah.
Oh, I like you. Yes, I like you too, but I'm not sure I'm ready for this.
Yeah.
But we're hanging out and stuff begins to
That's right,
happen.
that's right.
And we understand that it's happening.
Yeah.
It's different. That one, when you tell me, I end up catching feelings for
Yeah.
you, and I cannot blame you. That's fine. But in the case where you make me feel as though you're ready for anything, and now you ask me, are we dating?
So
Now I go out with another guy and you're asking me, where are you? Why are you? I'm like, what the?
so this is what I'm talking about. People taking accountability and being responsible for what they are doing. So if I decide that this guy is showing me signs of boyfriend material, he's doing all the right things, right? He's checking up on me, he's texting, he's calling, once a while sends breakfast or sends lunch, or all these things, picks me up sometimes, and we also have sex on the side. It's up to me to say all these things are possible without a relationship. So I need to find out personally, am I able to tolerate something of this sort? And if it doesn't end up where I am thinking, I'll be okay. I need to also make a decision for myself. Most of the times, people are in relationships, situationships, and are leaving everything to the other person. So he will decide or she will decide. However, this relationship goes is all up to them. For me, I'm just cruising. But when that situationship is ending, they are the people who suffer the most because they pretend. They feel they want to hide. I have this friend of mine who said she she just can't have sex with anybody. If she's having sex with you, then she knows something is growing. And so
Yeah.
she will have to put it to you and let you, bro, if I'm doing this thing, we are in it.
Yeah.
If you don't want it, I'm not doing it. Or let me know so that if I still decide to go ahead with this, I know that at the end of the day, we both agreed it was just sex. And I will not come back to blackmail you with it or make you feel like, but I gave him my body and I sacrificed, I gave him everything. But the sex was the both of you enjoyed it. Why are you making it look like sex was the benefit of some man or so? Nah, bro. Matter of fact, you are enjoying it more. You are going harder, faster, this and all that. And the guy there, the pants and BP they go up simply because he has to satisfy a woman who has to. It's okay. Let me. We'll come and say it's the benefit of the man, but boy, it's fine. So
I beg you, I don't know the day who pants.
I'm panting. Yeah. So you are literally you are not panting. Yeah.
So it's like men do more of the work.
Of course.
But in
Today's
some cases, women do more of the work as well.
in some cases we
Yeah.
understand, but most of the time, I mean, come on. I'm sorry if you are not with any good guy out there who is not doing a lot of the work. My apologies to you. You can.
Crispy.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If you are watching this and your boyfriend they do something, if you are not liking it, you just tell him. You understand? And if he's not your boyfriend, you don't have any right to complain. Please find someone else. You are in an entanglement. Yes, Michelle, back to you.
I see. I see. But, talking about this whole situationship issue, I don't know, but I feel like because it's something that a lot of people are doing now, and it's like society is not really talking about it. It's like, yeah, it's normal. And people who are like, I don't want to get committed are doing it. There are even people who are in committed relationships and are still in situationships with
Other
other
people,
people.
yeah.
How then do you stay in a relationship with someone and decide to get into a situationship with another person? Now let's look at the effects this situationship brings to the parties involved. Aside the fact that you tend to like the person one way or the other,
Yeah.
and then you get heartbroken along the line. Don't you think that causes a whole lot of damage emotionally? After you have fallen for this person, you realize that, okay, so this was it. The person actually meant it. I think people actually get into it with their hopes or with the hope that someday it will change.
Is it for the third party? They're like the new person coming in. I think
For
that's it.
both parties who are involved in entanglement, there's
Wait,
always
so you and I
someone,
are
one
together.
person.
You and I are together. I step out. That's the new term, by the way. Cheating is called stepping out. I step out. I step out on you with another girl. I'm hoping it will change as in you leave or I'll leave.
No. So you and I are in this situation.
Okay.
And yes, we're into it, but then there's always the hope, either from you or me, that okay, I'm beginning to like her, I'm beginning to like him. Maybe
Or the
someday it
situation
will
will change.
change.
Oh, that.
I think that is where the heartbreak comes in.
Okay.
When the partner now says, "No, I'm not doing again."
Because again, you are going in the relationship, you're entering into this relationship with a certain objective that is solely for you. It's individual. It's not something that both of you have agreed on. Every relationship is a partnership. Even situationships are partnerships because we have both decided and agreed that we just want to get jiggy with each other and nothing else, right? But if we are on different sides of the conversation, you want a relationship, or you tell me that you are okay with just doing booty calls, but at the back of your mind, you are hoping for a relationship. You are being dishonest about everything that's happening.
Exactly.
Right? And at that point in time, like I say, you still cannot blame me if you get heartbroken in the end. Because I'm coming in. See, I have spoken to people who migrated from situationships to relationships with the same person.
I think I've been there.
You've been there, right?
Yeah.
With the same person. Why? Because they were truthful to each other during those stages. If this is all I'm looking for, and I'm getting it. At the end of the day, if I feel like, okay, all these things I'm doing, all these things I'm getting, I know I'm being truthful to this person, and I know this person is being truthful to me. It happens over a couple of months. If I want to take it further, then I'm making that decision again by myself to engage in a separate kind of conversation. Charlie, I won't make we move from here to here. What do you think about it? If you are not down with it, at
You
that point,
move.
or if it's good, you stay.
Mm.
You get more.
And if it's good, that's if the sex is good.
Not the sex. I'm saying that the way the person treats you, not the sex. Calm down. Entanglement is not about. Michelle puts me into trouble, eh?
But sometimes we don't care. In fact, oftentimes in entanglement, we're not looking at how you're treating us. So all I am actually focusing on is the fact that you're satisfying my sexual needs.
That's all.
Or maybe that, that vacuum, that space, maybe I need someone to speak to, that kind of intimacy. That
Yeah.
is all you're occupying. Any other thing you're bringing to me, I am not interested.
Because that's the headspace you are in at that moment.
Yes.
I mean, that's all well and good. But are you being open and transparent about that? That's the question.
But I actually think people don't actually discuss into detail what exactly they're looking for. So with this whole, conversation thing,
Yeah.
I had a friend that I used to call every single time. Anybody who sees me talk to him on video call will probably think that's your
Your
boyfriend.
yeah.
But he's actually just my friend. Even if he asked me out today, there's no
You,
way I'll
you
say
do have
yes.
a lot of just my friends.
Oh yeah,
Are we just friends?
I have a lot of male friends. We're just friends.
You and I?
Yes, we're just friends. Crispy, what more do you want?
Oh,
You're about getting
see
married.
see how you just flip
Very
the thing.
soon
No,
he
see
is
how you just
getting
flip the. What
married.
more do I want? What more do you want?
I don't want
Oh, you don't want
anything.
anything. Hey. Fear women, oh, bro.
I don't want any other thing. So you see, this guy is always there. Anytime I need someone to talk to.
Yeah.
I mean, he calls you and he's always right on time. The moment I get home, there's his call. How was work today? What happened? Blah, blah, blah. Did you eat? Every times he calls at work, have you eaten? I'm like, no. Then he sends you money, get what you feel like eating.
Okay.
But it's not that he's like, I want to get into your pants. No,
Okay.
I know that
Ubi mana, Hana.
obviously. But then, to me, he's feeling that space where, because I literally don't have anybody I'm actually talking to. So when I'm down, I can talk to him. Aside a family, that's my older brother that I can talk to.
Yeah.
Aside my older brother, he's like
He's
the
that person
friend
you
I
can
can
talk to,
actually
yeah.
talk to and all of that. So at a point where like there are lots of suitors coming in here and everybody's trying to get attention. This one's calling. I'm like, I'm not getting his call anymore. And I'm like, look, why am I even entertaining all these people? Because I'm not ready for a relationship. So let me just stick to he who gives me the ear. Let's just chat. Because if you are doing this talking stage with me, you're going to take my entire time. And I know that whatever you say, I'm not ready. I'm not ready for that. Let me just talk to him. So he feels that space. But I am not sure that if that friend of mine tells me, let's do this, or let's just get intimate sexually, I would give in.
Yeah.
Because I'm not interested in that part.
That part of him, yeah.
Do you understand? All I am interested in is the fact that you give me a listening ear. We talk. Our kids are friends. They know each other. They even talking like it's beautiful seeing, kids talking
Together, yeah.
That's all. And anytime I speak to him, he doesn't know this, but anytime I speak to him, I actually
I'm sure after
have
this one, he will know. You
Yes,
are the listening guy.
Yes, he will.
You. The listening guy. That's how she
Anytime.
stored your contact, actually.
Oh,
the
no,
listening
no,
guy.
never. There are lots of emojis
Okay.
on his, but
Why do girls do these things? Like, I don't know why.
because he means
There's a
something
padlock,
special.
there's a globe.
No,
What else? No
There's
padlock.
no padlock. I don't lock people.
Cupid arrow or something.
No.
Hey, you.
No.
let's
It's just the
continue.
love emoji by his name because he's dear. He's dear to my heart, really.
The red heart love emoji. or which
Yes,
one?
the red heart.
Okay.
He's dear to my heart.
When you get a boyfriend, will you change it?
No, I won't.
Okay.
Because even my mom, my dad's their numbers are saved with love
So yeah,
emojis.
that's your
My
mother, your
brothers,
father,
my
your brother, your
cousins.
cousins. They're all family.
Yeah.
This is the only friend with a red hat.
His family.
He's family now.
His family. Yeah.
Mr. Listening guy, I salute you.
So like I was saying, anytime I speak to him, I
Mm,
actually tend to have some sort of
yeah.
peace. And even if I'm angry,
He's able to calm you down in a certain kind
but
of
I
way.
don't tell him I'm angry or this is why I'm
He
angry.
just
But
detects it in you.
just
You
the
talking to him, yeah.
just the how was your day? And today this happened, and then we probably talk about our kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, I'm okay. It's therapeutic for
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
I don't think every other person who finds his or herself in
Mm-hmm.
this situation is, I don't think I'm being tough, but I think I'm the type that if I don't want, I don't want.
And that you're standing on business. That's how it's supposed to be.
Whatever you do, if I don't want, I don't want.
That
Unless, of course, I'm not sure. And when I'm not sure, I don't give a yes or no. I just leave it because I'm still thinking about it.
so but you tell them that you're thinking
I
about
will
it.
not tell you
Why?
anything. I won't tell you anything.
No, if they have come to you to let you know this is what I'm thinking and this is what I want, and you want to think about it,
Oh,
you
give
don't
me a little time. That's more like me telling you
I want to think
I want
about
to
it. Yeah,
think
if you
about
do
it.
that, then that's fine. I
Yeah.
mean, everybody should be able to say, this is what I want,
Mm-hmm.
this is what I can handle, this is what I'm going for, and I will stick with it. People will try and guilt trip you, will try and make you feel like, oh, but we've been doing this for long. So here's what I'm getting, or here's for me, this is how I would expect it to happen, right? I keep saying we are twisting dating, relationship, courtship, and all of those things. Traditionally, dating is just talking and getting to know people.
Exactly.
So I can date as many as 700
You can
and 300 possible.
multi-date.
I
It
can
doesn't
do
mean you should have multiple sex partners.
well. Again, it's your choice. I'm not endorsing
But I
it,
don't think it's a good
but
choice anyway. Especially for us ladies, because you can easily get confused. You can easily get
I've
confused.
seen ladies who've played roulette with like 10 boys, all that, no sex. 10 boys.
Yeah.
Yes. And
It's possible.
I've seen those who have also had included sex and still got whatever they wanted. See, it's just about the times that we are in. And some of these conversations will help people realize that, okay, this thing is actually happening. And if I find myself in that space, one, I am not alone. I will know how to address it with the person I am in that situation with, or probably in how I'm talking about with my friends and all of those things. I know what I'm going to do because largely people don't want to be committed. You go to the registrar general's office and all of these places, I mean, people are divorcing like on the buy. It's just happening. You marry today, 3 months,
Two
you
months
divorce.
later, 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
You get it. So people will rather think, okay, why don't we probably do some cohabitation, stay together for a
That I'm not
few?
even going to do.
Oh, well, it's working for some people.
Yeah.
Others.
At some point, very funny. At some point in my life, I was like, when I was in a serious relationship, I was like, why do we even want to get married? Why do we want to put that title, marriage?
Mr. and Mrs.
I mean, that was like a very childish thinking. Yeah. Right now that I'm a bit mature, I think
Why do you think it's childish?
because it's like I don't know, but growing up now, I think that we have lost the respect for the institution of marriage.
Okay. Is it because we have not been made to understand what marriage is from the older generation?
But do you think that they haven't done enough? Because I always see elderly people, counselors, but there is no formula to marriage. So even if they tell you what it is, I have told you, but you are going to live it.
What I've come to realize is the people with the microphones and the cameras, a lot of them have experienced the bad sides, or most of them come and talk about the bad sides. Those who have actually experienced the good are quiet. And so what you feed people is what they want to do.
Oh,
There's a couple in my church.
I have heard a number of beautiful stories, but all those beautiful stories had their struggles. What we do not want to appreciate is the struggle that comes with the struggles marriage comes with.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're always looking for the lovey-dovey, my husband, my wife, this, my blood, this. But I chanced on this video where a counselor was saying that there are stages in every
Yep.
relationship,
Yep.
about 7 stages,
Mm-hmm.
and the first is the one that we never wanted to end, but then it ends so
So fast.
fast.
Yeah.
That's when you have the butterflies in your belly, going on all the date
Honeymoon.
nights, and you know. But when it
Enjoying.
gets to the point where you need to now
Mm.
live the marriage itself,
Mm-hmm.
or the relationship, or that partnership itself, that is when you start facing all the difficulties, and we're like, no, this is not the guy I married, he's the same person you married.
Exactly.
It's just another phase that we need to prepare ourselves for, that we're not doing.